So, welcome everybody. I'm Marco Mingozzi. Yes, I'm from Italy. I represent the Z2 group, that is a group of companies, trade shops or pre-press in Flexo, that has got also a factory, a production plant also here in Poland, is Nuco Graphics. We are a group of different companies that covers almost the 90% of the corrugated market in Italy, and of course a part of the same market also here in Poland. But here in Poland we work also for flexible packaging. I'm here actually to introduce something new, because some years ago we made an analysis with the brand owners to understand better what were their needs. Their needs were a standard color all along the supply chain, because if a product is printed in offset, in digital or in flexo, the result should be consistent, should be the same, more or less the same. That's one of the main requests of your customers. The ability to respond to the market needs, so a rapid change of packs. Of course, economic solutions, and maximum shelf impact, because of course, I don't know here in Poland, but in Italy, the boxes are shown on the shelf, in maybe in the hard discount or in different mass market retailers. Of course, materials of sustainable materials, so a reduction of the support weight, mostly for corrugate. And of course, the possibility to be supplied for your customers of a mixed production, let's say digital flexo and offset flexo. Of course, flexo, compared to the other systems of print, some years ago had some difficulties to reach a certain kind of level. Now, we thought to find some solutions that could respond to these themes, these needs. So the quality, efficiency, productivity, automation, and of course sustainability. And the solutions we have created is something very new for the market. I am talking about an algorithm, and it's called Vortex. Vortex is the algorithm we have created for corrugated market. This algorithm has been created actually by Flex 3, that is a UK company, because we are part of a larger group that is all around the world, in US, in New Zealand, in India, and of course in UK. So Flex 3 created this algorithm, and we contributed to apply it for corrugate. Algorithm, when I'm talking about algorithm, is not such like digicap patterns or something that modify a little bit the dot surface. Is exactly a different conception of dot. It's not a normal dot. Vortex is more like a spiral, if you can see, no? So it's not a full dot. Thanks to this algorithm, and it also it's not only the dot shape, but also the disposal along all the plate. Okay, this algorithm can be customizable for each kind of needs. For instance, if you have an older machine, a new machine, analogs of low volume, medium volume, high volume, a different kind of support, we can customize each kind of job, each kind of plate, thanks to the algorithm. It's something new, something different in the market. Actually, here in Poland, there are already some converters, probably some of them are already in this room, that are using our Vortex plates. But which are the main benefits? Let's start with technical advantages, technical benefits. Then I will talk also to economical benefits. So now I'm talking about your production manager, let's say, no? Thanks to this algorithm, to Vortex, you can increase the lineature of print without changing your setup or your equipment, okay? So if you have printed so far on coated paper, let's say at 32 lines per centimeter or 90 lines per inch, you can easily, and when I say easily, I explain later, you can easily reach, for example, the 107 LPI without any kind of investment by your side, okay? And this is possible because the main advantage of the algorithm is the ink ink transfer control. That means that we can transfer up to 40% less of ink in the screened areas, and of course on the full solid we can transfer all the amount of ink. Another advantage is the possibility to print on uncoated paper and coated paper without changing Anilux rows. We have examples of customers that have printed on coated paper with Anilux carrying 10 grams per square meter, okay? At 107 LPI. And of course, so they could print both on uncoated and coated paper without changing Anilux rolls. Another advantage, of course, is the extended color gamut. The algorithm allows a different kind of trapping, no? Overlapping colors. This means that we can easily think to print the native files in CMYK without referring to spot colors or Pantone. And it's very important because mostly for the conversion from offset or digital to flexo. The trapping allows also to think you can print with 3 colors CMY and not in CMYK, so erasing K, for instance, on the little trays for fruits and vegetables, without problem of overlapping colors, because in general we use black because, of course, when you overlap 100%, 100%, 100%, the color refuses. In this case, thanks to our algorithm, we can think to overlap colors, mostly on coated paper, that you know it's a hard surface to be printed, with no refuse at all. And of course, another important advantage is the high correspondence to the print proof. Let's get a little bit deeper. Yes, very high definition. Here we are. We can print in very high definition, but there are a lot of solutions now that can do this, okay? Some of them have been presented during this day, okay? Yes, we talk about the high definition, but it's not the most important concept we want to share with you. Imagine, for instance, this is an example printed on coated paper at 38 lines per centimeter. It means more or less 100 LPI, with rubber roller, no doctor blades, CMYK, CMY. You can, of course, this sample, you can have a look if you're interested, also in our desk. We've got the physical sample if you want to have a look. The black is not necessary anymore, thanks to the algorithm. This means here there are all the 3 colors overlapped and no trapping, no refusal at all. It's on coated paper. When you can allow a better trapping, you can extend the color gamut that you can reproduce in print. Other advantage, I'm talking always about technical advantage. Washboarding effect. If you're corrugated printers, this is a problem you face every day, no? Especially on pre-foods, no? Cardboard. With Vortex, the washboarding effect is sensibly improved because always of the ink transfer control. And of course, this is an example in Italy on uncoated paper. This is an example of 107 LPI printed on uncoated paper with a perfect correspondence with the print proof. Now the image is not suitable, but it's one of the main advantages also that you have a good correspondence, because one of the main problems you have is that when you have your customer, the end user, next to you during the startup, you see the print proof, and if there's no correspondence, it's always a difficult maneuver to fix it. Now we talk about economical benefits that probably are the most interesting for you. Vortex allows important benefits because consider that all these benefits that you're reading can be measurable, okay? If you measure exactly all the advantages, let's say reduction of startup times, your machine costs at least 2,800 zloty per hour. If you reduce even a quarter an hour, changing no analog rolls, for instance, a fast startup, it means a great saving for you. There's a possibility also to reduce the use of dryers during the print on coated paper. A dryer for you means more or less 50 kilowatt per hour. A lot of money for each group, 50 kilowatt for each group. Let's imagine that you can print on coated paper, reducing at 10% the use of dryers, or even not using them. We have tried with Koenig and Bauer Zelmak that presented before me the machine. We had an example, for instance, of testing a machine with our cliché, with Vortex. They test with Vortex, with no dryers, because they were not installed yet, and we discovered that it's possible. In Italy, it's a hot country, okay? Consider that here is far better in this case. Vortex works very well if you go fast. So you can increase 30% of your speed, production speed. It means for you a big money save, because this system works better if you go fast. Not less important is that Vortex can allow you to open new markets, and we will see later something very interesting for you. So some markets that now probably you're not opening because for the limit of flexo print, okay? Vortex can help you to open certain kind of markets. And reduction of waste, of course. It means that when we speak about the sustainable print, is also the reduction of waste, the waste reduction. Believe me, during the startup, of course, in the average cases, the third foil is sellable. Moreover, and I link again on the opening of new market, you can print in very high quality with a low weight of cardboard. Something impossible on offset, because you know, to print in offset, for instance, you need a high gram of cardboard, 180 grams, for instance. You can print up to 15 grams of cardboard. Let's show you an example. This job, this is an Italian job, is printed in Vortex, 107 LPI. Consider that this text is printed with 3 color overlap. In offset was produced with 7 colors, in flexo produced in 4 colors. As I told you, the text is, this brown is not a Pantone, but it's 3 colors overlapping. This is a sensibly reduction of colors, cost, etc. So it's not, if you think it's not enough, consider that for our customer it's not so. Opening new markets. There are new possibilities for you. Consider that new markets can be the trays for fruits and vegetables, the microwaves, no, the micro fruits. Let's say the N fruit, and so thinner than E fruit. And also the thick cardboard. Consider that there are even more requests to print on thick cardboard in flexo. That is something now only from the offset domain, okay? I don't want to promote, of course, machine manufacturer, but there are some machine manufacturers that are already working to allow to print thick cardboard in flexo. The problem, of course, is the introduction mainly. They are solving this problem, and we are ready. We have already an example of printing in this kind of material. And surprise, this is an example of grass paper, unprintable. No trees have been cut. This is a new kind of paper made only with trees, with grass, flowers. This is a new solution that is taking food. It's from Germany, and in Italy is taking food. This kind of support. And why it is unprintable? Because it's water resistant. We have an example. Nobody could print it. We printed it in flexo with Vortex system, 32 lines per centimeter, 90 lines per inch. You can have a look at our desk if you want. This is very useful because not only is sustainable, because it's made with grass, it's not made with trees, with the celluloid, but also it's water resistant, and so it can save the content much better. You can put it in the fridge, etc. It's a new material printed by one of our customers. So, let's talk about sustainability, because it's a theme that in a way or in another way you have to face with. Of course, talking about corrugate, we talk about a sustainable support for excellence. But it's not only that way, because your customers, the end users, the brand owners, will ask you for even more certificates, okay? In all the supply chains, they want to be certified by you and also by your suppliers, like us. We are ready, because Vortex has won several awards, several prizes for sustainability. In this case, we have won because we have printed with the same analogs, same inks density, same machine, changing only the support from coated to uncoated, I think it was 9 grams per square meter. So we saved a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of waste. And for this reason, we have been recognized as a sustainable solution. Imagine you can change only the support, coated, uncoated, and you bring the same way, the same lineature. So, to summarize a little bit, to conclude, Vortex reduces the startup times, the production costs, and the machine colors, and everything can be measurable, I repeat. And then one of the advantages is the increase of the quality and optical density, more flexibility in the quantity, and more productivity. This is not something experimental. Vortex is an algorithm that has been developed in these last 3 years and is currently used by converters in Italy and Poland also, Poland too. And we've been awarded for 3 years and by several awards for quality. In general, these kind of awards recognize the very high quality print. Yes, as I told you, we can reach a very high quality. We've been recognized it, but I wanted to underline the other advantages you can have using this. This is a final provocation. Are you too busy to improve in general? No thanks. So if our guy Bogdan Wojcik, that is the director of FTA Poland here, knock at your door, try to open to him. I know that you're busy in general, no? But maybe you can be surprised. Okay? So, thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much.